I've always wanted to learn more about elder care and dementia, everything to do with the third part or the third age, whatever we want to call it. I had heard about Eden Alternative, and I had researched that and found that there was a training course being offered in Denver. And as I remember it, I'd come to the conference not knowing where I was going to be going at the end of the conference, and that I had to find somewhere to go, or it was a one-way ticket back home again. I'd been sort of informally telling people that I was looking for a volunteer position or an internship or something like that, and nothing was forthcoming. And I realized I've got one more day, and the way that I've been going about it is not working. It's not giving me what I need, and I better do something different. We were in a session together. It was something to do with art and dementia.
Art and spirituality.
That's
in
right.
relation to aging. There was a lot of people in that workshop. Over 100, I think, in that specific one.
The room was very full. I remember that. Yeah. And towards the end of her presentation, she had left question time. And I thought, well, maybe I can kind of twist this question a little bit and use the time to ask if anybody could offer me an internship or some volunteer work or something.
Well, we were literally sitting on opposite sides of a big room.
Yeah.
And when you stood up and said that, I was a little surprised, and I was very impressed that you were brave enough to stand up and speak. And we haven't mentioned yet that you're from South Africa, and you did say that when you stood up. And so when somebody's from a different country, from completely around the world, at least in me, that always opens up my heart more to hospitality. And immediately I thought, she needs to be at the Mount. There's no better place than the Mount. And I like to think that it was also due to the workshop we were in, that it had opened up my heart and had opened up my right brain. And I just have a lot of passion and creativity about what we're doing here in regards to art and soul and working with people with dementia and trying to access the right side of the brain where creativity is. I remember standing up and sharing some of the things that we did. It was an art project, and then one of the residents came out of her shell and started to talk, a person with dementia who had never really talked before. And then I said, the woman from South Africa, you're welcome to come to the Mount. There's probably no better place in the country for you to go. Of course, afterwards, I was like, I don't even know this person. I better vet her a little bit. But I just trusted. I just trusted that you would find your way and other people would open their doors and it would work out. Share some of your experiences here. Let's take some time to kind of go back.
There have been so many fortuitous moments. I thought of meeting Heidi, who used to be chaplain here, and our common interest in puppets. It was as if I had a full tutorial on how to work with puppets in a care setting. And from just that brief interaction, I spent a lot of money and a lot of time here buying and choosing puppets to take back with me. I've got a whole menagerie that I'm going to work with going back home. So, that was one of the wonderful aha moments. And then I did quite a few sessions of art and soul.
I remember you told me about one of your art and soul. I think you were making greeting cards.
Yes.
And one of the residents made one for her sister.
I remember the occasion very strongly because I guess what I took away from that interaction was how it's possible to do grief work with somebody. It was a very simple exercise. It was choose pretty shapes and colors to make a card, and then who would the card be for? She wanted to make the card for her sister, and that started a conversation about her sister. And just listening to her random bits of memory that she still had, and especially the feelings that were still associated with not knowing where her sister was, whether her sister was still alive, unleashed a whole piece of grief that my sense was she'd never let herself feel before. And by staying present to it, I had a sense of really healing, effective grief processing having happened.